Hello, and I want to thank everyone for being here today. We have members of the council, we have staff, we have members of the community as we're here to celebrate Pride Month. This is something that we've celebrated the last 2 years. This is my third year as mayor and the third year that we are celebrating it. And it is something I think is important to make sure that people who live here, who work here, that visit the city feel included and realize that everyone is welcome here in Fitchburg. This past year was the first year we raised the pride flag. And after the month was over, I was talking with our HR director and we were talking about the flag and the appropriate time to take it down. As we talked about it, we really talked about, is this really something we need to take down? Because it's something that we want to make sure that people recognize that the inclusion is something that's a year-round thing. And so we actually ended up leaving it up throughout the year. We're going to re-raise the flag again today as a symbol, but it is something that we are doing year-round. We're having this flag up because we want to make sure that people know that Fitchburg is an inclusive city. I do want to have our council president, Randy Dudell, say a few words. But again, thank you for our ERG, to staff, to council members for being here today. And I'll turn it over to Randy.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Mayor Richardson, for allowing me to speak. Over my lifetime, rights for LGBTQ plus community have greatly changed for the better, and we still have a fight to achieve full equality. I'm happy to be speaking at Fitchburg Pride and thank everyone who is working to improve the lives of all people regardless of gender identity and who they love. My personal experience started when I was in my early 20s, some 30 plus years ago. Like many of the time, I was fearful of being disowned if I came out to my parents, family, and friends. Fearful of losing my job if my employer found out that I was gay, which was very real at the time. As I fight with this, I remember a time when I was heckled by law enforcement as I walked through a gay community on my way home from a long day of work. I can report, today I can report the incident without repercussion. Then there was no such avenue of reporting. Who could I report it to? Law enforcement? Then there was the AIDS epidemic, an indescribable period of time, the insidious effects on a person and their partner. A time when you think you have rights to make life and death decisions because your partner is unable, and only to discover you have no rights. I remember being asked by the medical staff to leave because I was not family. I was only given rights and visitation access after the medical staff learned my partner's parents disowned him because he was gay and diagnosed with AIDS. Trust me, this was very real and a reoccurring theme given the times. Parents disowning their children because they were gay, or they were gay and had AIDS. I hope and believe that the idea has diminished somewhat in today's world. Eventually my partner died. Like in any lost relationship, there's a huge void. Fortunately, after a couple years, I found Brad, and like so many others, we shared similar life stories. When Brad and I met in 1995, marriage was never an option or imaginable at the time, or on the radar. We were just trying to stay alive. However, we assume relationships by the same standards as those that could marry. We work, buy a home, save for retirement, knowing all too well that our relationship could be dismissed, could be challenged, or not given the same value as a conventional relationship of the time. Instead of becoming complacent about LGBTQ equality, we became early activists and supporters of Fair Wisconsin and worked tirelessly to overturn same-sex marriage laws in Wisconsin. By 2015, the United States Supreme Court recognized same-sex marriage. Like any other relationship, through the good and the bad, we are now able to stand here and recognize and celebrate that we matter and have a valid, legitimate place in society and our community. I thank the City of Fitchburg for recognizing our struggles, our history, and progress made, and how we can continue to advance the rights of all. Thank you. Just stays like that? Or is it going out? Thank you.